Oh man, so Ada and Koti are both down today. Koti is down 8%, Ada is down 3.5%. Does this mean I'm selling? Does this mean these are no longer good projects? We're going to take a look in the charts and look at both Koti's chart and Ada's chart. I'm going to let you know the key levels and what I'm doing with my position of both. So make sure you stay tuned till the very end. If you appreciate this type of content, don't forget to smash up the like button and subscribe. If you haven't got yourself set up on a VPN, link in the description is to NordVPN, who've been kind enough to offer all of our subscribers 70% off a 2-year plan. That's 24 months plus a month they throw in for free. You have your VPN sorted. You'll be anonymous on the web. You can choose which country you're appearing to come from. When you log into your exchanges, when you're using your wallets, when you're playing around with NFTs or in the metaverse, make sure you have your anonymity in place. So check out the link in the description. Coupon code OHMAN. Let's head straight into the charts now, guys. And as you can see here, we've got Koti down today 8.5%. And to be honest, it's just been completely bleeding, right? As have a lot of major higher cap coins. So we can't look at Koti and say, oh, look, this is terrible. I mean, if we take the move from the tops here, where are we sitting currently, given that we're 8% down, we're still on a 55% from all-time highs here on Koti. And, I've continued to hold my position that Koti is super undervalued. I mean, when we were sat at 66 cents, remember, we set a price target to the upside of 80 cents. And remember, that was before the Ijaz token was announced to be the official algorithmic stablecoin on the Cardano ecosystem, on the Cardano blockchain. So none of that was priced in. And we saw that even when it was announced, we had buy the rumor, sell the news to a major level. That was this run up here. And then boom, we went down. Then Bitcoin continued to go down. And obviously every single other coin fell to the downside. Now we're starting to see a recovery from Bitcoin. Now we've started to see a trend reversal from Bitcoin. The question arises, will we see an equivalent? Let's just adjust this here. Will we see an equivalent trend breakout here on Koti? Can we break through this and start heading towards some of our support levels? The key one being 43, this green line here, and then 49 cents here for Koti. And you can see those are important levels. You got rejected a few times here, 3 tops here and 1 top here at the 49 level. So we really need to curl back up at those levels. If we bring out the AMA ribbon as well, you can see we continue to remain bearish here on our daily, despite Bitcoin and now some of the other coins starting to pick up. So if we head over to Bitcoin's daily, you can see here Bitcoin closed yesterday above. Okay, so if we can have a few consecutive closes above the daily EMA ribbon here for Bitcoin, I suspect a lot of our favorite coins, including something like Koti, will start to close its EMA ribbon above, and we can start reversing this trend and heading to the upside. Now, how about from a fundamental perspective? Has anything changed? Well, let's face it, no. If anything, things have changed to the upside. Koti is in a far better position now, fundamentally, than it was when it was up at 66 cents. And this is how irrational prices can be. Whether it's the stock market, whether it's real estate, whether it's crypto, prices can give you a false illusion of a right project, and it can give you the false illusion of having a bad project when in fact you have a good project. And so that's why it's always important to look at important fundamental things. And one thing we'll bring up, for example, is that Koti has officially partnered with Paribus IO, which is a decentralized cross-chain lending and borrowing protocol. Okay, so a lot of people can use this for synthetics, for NFTs, for the rest of it. And whilst this may not be the biggest announcement, this is a reminder of what we originally conceptualized that Koti will be able to do. When this was announced here at the Cardano summit, this is what we thought would be in fruition, and now it's actually happening, okay? So in the space of, this is in November, so in the space of 2-3 months here, Koti's actually gone out and partnered with a company to issue the Ijaz token. And imagine, anytime anybody's using Paribus now, however big or small it is, they will be minting and burning the Ijaz token. That would lead to the creation of Koti in the treasury, which will be given out as staking rewards to all the people staking Koti. Now, it doesn't take a genius to go, hang on, if they could do that in 3 months, surely in 6 months, 9 months, 1 year time, if you invested for the long term, they can go out and create some serious partnerships with some bigger projects, right? Naturally, over the next year, the Cardano ecosystem is going to get bigger. Let's head over into DeFi land, and we can see Cardano, again, has taken something from conceptualization to delivery. And Cardano was similar. It had a massive valuation in the lead up because nobody was trying to compete with Ethereum at the time, right? And now a lot of people are giving Cardano stick of, oh, they were super overvalued, even though they didn't have a DEX, they didn't have smart contracts. Well, they have all that now. So what's your excuse now? Now your excuse can be like, oh, there's not enough total value locked. I get it, because you're going to compare it with the likes of other projects which have more total value locked and have moved faster. But Cardano's done everything from a different approach. They came up to compete with Ethereum when nobody else was able to, right? It's easier for newer platforms. By the way, I'm bullish on Phantom and bullish on Luna and bullish on Avalanche and these other good layer one solutions. But it's easier for them to come in a little bit later and launch something quicker by moving fast and breaking things, whereas Cardano's gone the peer-reviewed approach. They're trying to do things slowly and trying to do things right the first time. And so we can see here on DeFi Llama, Sunday Swap has finally got some total value locked, right? We're nearly at 100 million here with total value locked. Now, I understand nobody's going to take Cardano seriously until it's at least $1 billion in total value locked. And given its price and the multiple we're seeing here on Cardano, you're going to want it to get to 10 billion, right? People are going to want it to at least be, if we head over to all the other chains here, they're going to want it competing with the likes of Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, Phantom, and Solana. Polygon, they're going to want it in the top 10. So it's going to need at least 6-7 billion before people take it seriously. But we've seen the shoots. We've seen it happening. It's working. So all of those naysayers, all of that doubt, all of the FUD on Cardano and therefore Koti as well, because those are both of those are correlated because they're in partnership. That should start to dissipate. And these platforms should go from strength to strength. Now, let's also take a look at this, which is we can see that roughly at the time of taking this this market cap here for Koti is at about 260. Okay, I think when I checked it was about 300, but given whatever price they took this reading at. And you can see the staked value is about 35%. Okay, so almost 700k is about 35% of all the market cap of Koti. And this has only just started. Can you imagine when the yields start to go up as more people are using JED tokens, more people are using smart contracts on Cardano, and every time they do so, they're burning and minting JED and more money, more Kotis going into the Koti treasury. What impact is that going to have? More people are going to flock to tie up their Koti in these mechanisms. We saw it with Luna, right? We saw it with Luna, and it happens all the time that, all this money is locked up in Luna, and then that helps, obviously, because people want to use USDT. It's going to be the same effect here for Koti, guys. It's going to be the same effect where people wanting to operate on the Cardano network are going to want JED token because it's a stable coin, it's algorithmically backed, just like UST, okay, on the Luna blockchain. And then the more you burn of that, the more money's going into the treasury, the more can be paid out to people staking their Koti. Really important we understand this and think about it. If this can start to get to 50, 60% of all Koti locked, earning yields and staking, that's going to have a massive upward pressure on the price, and that's going to lead to supply shock in the price, and therefore the price is going to go up of Koti. Okay, so that's what people are looking for here on Koti. So yes, we're super undervalued now, but if you have conviction in this play, if you have conviction in ADA overall, then you will see these as opportunities to accumulate, right? Because we're still super cheap here, guys. You've got pricing on ADA dating back to the 27th of July. Okay, so you can pick up ADA, a top cap project, dating all the way back to the 20th of July. Now, let's think about this. ADA has been around for years. And look, despite what just happened, it's still top 10 comfortably. It's comfortably here. We've seen so many great projects. Terra had an amazing year. Solana had a mind-blowing year, right? But it's still here because people believe in Cardano. They know Cardano. They know what they're building. There's a lot of ADA staked by loyal long-term holders, and that's evident, right? It's had it's a third of the price it once was, but it's still in the top 7, which just goes to show how far ahead it is. And I don't believe any of the ability of Cardano to be a good layer 1 solution has been accepted yet. Right? Because the market's still in naysayer mode. When they get to 5-6 billion total value locked, when you start to hear some of the amazing use cases and Sunday Swap growing, and they start having their equivalent of Aave and other Meld Finance does well, and a few other platforms, then we're really going to see this start to explode. And that is where Cardano can start to move into its own realm and start working towards the Ethereum level. And I think ultimately that's where it needs to be. Cardano will be a disappointment if it doesn't compete with Ethereum. And that's what it needs to do. Whether it does it in 2022 or 2023, that's up to the team and how well they get on. But eventually they will have to compete with Ethereum. And that's what they were built for. That is why Charles Hodgkinson left Ethereum to go and do that exact thing. So don't think he's going to settle until he's completed that mission. Okay, guys, so definitely looking good here fundamentally on both those projects. Yes, from a technical perspective, it's an absolute bloodbath, but you can pick up any coin here. I mean, you can see it's all red still today as Bitcoin takes a little bit of a retracement. It's currently sitting at 43,000, just tick below actually. Let's take a quick look here at Bitcoin. We're getting this retracement to the downside, currently sitting at 43, just fighting for 43 right now. It just ticked below 43 ever so slightly, and you're expecting the bears to come in, right? If you've not seen my video from earlier today, go check it out. I show you that on the weekly, we're getting pressure from the weekly EMA pushing us down. We know there's resistance at 44 and 43, and those those are the levels that are acting as sell. We're going to get a whole bunch of long liquidations as well, guys. Again, I go through that in that video. You can see here already today, 125 million in longs. There's more longs being liquidated than shorts because people are FOMOing in, and any small retracement to the downside is triggering all these liquidations, which further drops the prices, okay? It's like a domino effect. So a lot of those greedy people are getting washed out again. And that's always going to happen. That's the nature of crypto, right? The people are waiting to time their entries in. They saw Bitcoin doing well, getting to 42, 43. They pile in their highly leveraged position, and then the market shakes them up and shakes them out again. Simple, right? And then we carry on moving. So it's always going to be volatile. Anyway, back to where we were here with ADA. And from ADA, when I look at this, guys, I just see a tremendous opportunity to be picking up a coin back at crazy levels. I was lucky enough to be buying ADA less than $1, but you can see here again, you're getting pricing here at $1 all the way back at support levels from mid-July. So if you weren't even in crypto this time last year, you've got the blessing that you can be buying coins at price points of somebody who was in crypto for a very long time. And you can see here from these rectangles, every time I've drawn these, this is how Cardano moves. It consolidates, and then boom, it consolidates, then boom, it moves, okay? This time we've had a massive bleed to the downside, and now we're consolidating. When are we going to get that rise to the upside? And obviously that rise is going to be dependent on Bitcoin getting moving, working its way back to 69,000. And no doubt when it does that, you will see the likes of ADA and other solid layer one solutions really start to move to the upside, okay? It's definitely a good project, something that's proven itself, bear market and bull market, been around, good fundamental team, peer reviewed. And that's the other reason I like to have ADA in my portfolio along with a little bit of COTI as well, is it acts as a hedge in my portfolio. If you imagine how my portfolio is broken down, again, if you haven't watched my video, I'll try to link it up here, how to build your altcoin portfolio. I split it out into different narratives. And one of those key narratives, as you guys all know, is layer one solutions. And in there, you can imagine I've got the likes of Ethereum, I've got the likes of Solana, I've got the likes of Luna, and some Avalanche, and some Phantom, of course. And then all of those, to me, in my mind, seem very similar. Phantom is like a newer version of Ethereum. Ethereum moved fast, developed really quickly, got mass adoption, and is still doing crazily well in terms of its adoption. But there's a whole bunch of things they broke along the way. Then you've got something like Solana. Again, massively good growth, but then they had a few hacks, they've had a few issues. I know there was an issue with the wormhole bridge as well, which wasn't Solana's issue, but it's added to that reputation. We know there's a whole bunch of VC funding in Solana, so it puts that there as well. We then have a look at something like Luna, where we're seeing recent issues in terms of USDT burning with the degen box and various other mechanisms, which is causing problems with their treasury. So when you look at it, you see a whole bunch of layer one solutions which are doing really well, a lot of good total value locked. But then there's always something wrong because they move fast and they broke things, right? That's normal. When you have entrepreneurs, you have different types of entrepreneurs in business. You can have a stock which is run by someone like Elon Musk, or you can have a Jeff Bezos, or you can have a Steve Jobs. They all want to run their business in different manners. Some are a bit more methodical, take their time. They don't want to be rushed by the market. Like Jeff Bezos didn't turn a profit for a decade plus, right? He told his shareholders, I'm not going to. Whereas you get other companies which are spinning off dividends from day one because that's how they want to run their company. And it's the same with crypto. Charles Hoskinson obviously split with Vitalik because he wanted to do things his own way. He had his own way of doing things. He wanted to do it peer-reviewed and researched and methodically. And you can tell that's his persona. And I think that's another thing we have to keep in mind here is Charles Hodgkinson's personality will continue to play a role in the ADA price. He's a good marketer, he's a good salesperson, and fundamentally knows what he's talking about as well. So even if you think he's just a maverick and that he's just, giving FaceTime and talking about his stock and not actually delivering on the back end, that's good for the price, right? At least he's doing that piece. Where are the other CEOs? The Solana guy tries every so often. You don't see him too often around. Luna, where they're not as good personalities as Charles Hoskinson, right? He covers off those issues. He's unscripted. He'll come on, do a live stream, and he'll address issues. You've got to respect that. And that is why for me, it's worth a bit of a portion of my portfolio. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is your blend of technical analysis for the day on ADA and COTI. I know it's been a while since I made a video updating on both these projects. They continue to be a hold for me, guys. They continue to be a hold for me. And as always, anytime there's weakness in the price, I continue to top up on these coins to make sure I have the right allocation that I need in my portfolio. As always, guys, if you appreciate this type of content, make sure you're smashing up the like button and subscribing. Can we get 100 likes here on this video? It would really mean a lot if we can smash up the like button and hit the subscribers. We're currently at resistance here on 6K subscribers. Can you guys be the people to click it up and move us past 6K. As always, guys, if you haven't checked out NordVPN, click the link in the description. You'll be surprised when you click the link in the description how much data NordVPN already knows about you because it's publicly available through your IP address and other data sources. So make sure you check that out. Coupon code OLDMAN. You'll get 70% off a 2-year plan. I think it's like $60, guys, for 2 years, and then you're covered. It's like $2 a month or something like that to set up your VPN subscription. You'll be safe knowing that you can head into your exchanges, buy your favorite coins, play around in the metaverse, buy NFTs, use your MetaMask wallet without anybody being able to link your wallet address to your IP address or anything like that. So check out NordVPN. They've been kind enough to offer all you guys an amazing deal. As always, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.